This episode of Nintendo Pow Block is brought to you by, well, you. If you want to learn how to support our family of podcasts, head over to patreon.com/bossrushmedia or search for us on the Patreon app on your smart device. Thanks for helping us build something better. Hello everybody, welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Boss Rush Games. I'm your host and Light Excited ADV. Joining me is the one, the only Bossman himself, Mr. Corey Derrick. Hello, good sir.
Hello, happy Friday. This is different, but it's good. We're good.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Hello. And everybody, you know it's his turn. He is back in the building with us, Mr. Daniel Migar. Hello, good sir.
Hey, what's going on? Happy Friday. I've already recorded on Friday with you, so this isn't as novel to me. But what's up?
To be fair, Ed and I recorded in the middle of the day last week at some point. So
In the middle of the day. Ooh, weird.
yeah, it was really weird.
Yeah.
My son was napping and my wife and daughter were out, and I was like, wow, we can do this when normal people do this.
Yeah. We're just like, we only got an hour. We're like for an hour and a half. So
yeah. Dude, as soon as we were done, my son woke up. So it was perfect timing.
Yes.
There's been a few things where I've recorded with people in different time zones where I've been up at like 5 a.m. recording things to accommodate friends from New Zealand and different things for other shows.
Yeah.
So
We do that for work too.
it feels wrong.
Yeah. It's weird. But I mean if we ever start like talking to people overseas or whatever, we're really gonna have to start like figuring out like getting up early or staying up super late or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll
there's
probably
been
be a
times where
night
I've gone to
owl.
bed when I'm waking up.
It'll be fun. Don't worry, guys. It'll be a good time.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, we are all back together doing a regular episode. I know we had a lot of mini blocks, but we had some great discussions in those episodes. So thank you for watching them. And hopefully you've been enjoying them and everything. We just had a lot going on, and it's still getting crazier and everything because, like I said, Wednesday was our Nintendo Direct. If you guys have not checked it out, me and Corey did a Summer Direct Nintendo Direct recap, so you guys can check that out. We have a lot of opinions about what we saw and what could be coming in the future. So do go check that out if you have not seen it. Normally I would ask you guys how your weekend was going, but I kind of want to know if you guys been snacking on it or anything, because it's time for Snackendo. Yes, I miss saying that so much with you guys. Great, what have you been snacking on?
Really haven't been snacking on a whole lot. Breakfast mostly. I've eaten breakfast for dinner like twice this week. So I like breakfast for dinner though. You know what I mean? It's delightful. Delightful.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What about you?
Little eggs, little sausage, put them in a little tortilla.
Yeah.
Mm. Maybe a little cheese if you're feeling a little saucy.
What about some hot sauce or
A
It's
man
too
of
much.
culture.
Yeah.
What about you, Daniel? What you been
So
snacking?
I've had a couple interesting things. So there's this restaurant near our house that has like this like blue cheeseburger. So I got it as like a turkey burger instead.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really good. I'm not sure that would have mass appeal for people though. But like blue cheese and bacon on a turkey burger, super
That
good.
sounds so good.
Definitely worth trying if you have not
You
tried it.
lost me at blue cheese.
Yeah, a lot of blue. The fact that it's
I
like basically fungus or mold or whatever it is, pretty
cheese.
off-putting for
Yeah,
most
more the
people.
cheese.
It's like
I love blue cheese. It's one of my favorite salad dressings. Um,
me
It
too,
would it would be Ed.
why you
but
say it that way?
I don't know. 'Cause I can. I don't know.
like that bitter regret that fills your
Yeah.
mouth with every bite.
Yeah,
It's really
chunky.
good. Yeah, it's
Uh,
chunky too. You don't get that in all your salad dressing choices.
Yeah, Ed,
And
that
then
is
delicious.
true.
I also tried, mostly regretfully, I suppose. I tried the steak, egg and cheese bagel at McDonald's.
Oh.
Ah,
And I tried that this morning, and it was just like a steaming pile of like solid grease.
Mm,
Like as I was like picking it up, like it was just like pouring out.
mm,
So I'm pretty
mm.
sure like that wiped good 12 years off my life.
Probably.
Like it
That's
was
funny.
not a smart option.
I normally go if I do the bagel sandwich. I normally do the bacon, egg, and cheese on the bagel.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, the reason I went for it was it had the caramelized onions on it, and I
Ah,
like
Ah,
those. So I was like, oh, it's probably gonna be really good because it has the onions on it. And then
yeah,
like
but
there
then
was
you
like
remember it's McDonald's onions, and you're like, oh, well,
yeah,
it's like
and then there
what?
were like two on there, one of which I'm pretty sure was just like onion peel skin.
Yeah,
So
sounds about right.
and then I think, do you guys have Smash Burger in y'all's neck of the woods? Do you know what that
Mm-mm.
is?
about 30 minutes from me, I do.
Yeah. So I think that McDonald's breakfast sauce is Smash Burger's like regular sauce,
Oh,
and I'm
Mm.
like 80% sure because it was like a taste match. So I guess that
oh
that
man.
was like, oh, did finally find the barbecue, the BLT chips
Oh.
in a Target after a few weeks. You had mentioned it on the show, so I started like hunting it, and I finally
Hmm.
found it after like checking like 20 different places, and they were pretty good. I liked them a lot.
Yes,
But
it's really good.
so hi Mark, take Ed's recommendations if you dare, I guess, depending on what he's trying. But yeah, I will speak positively to that one.
Yes.
And
Uh,
what
well,
have you
for
been eating,
me,
Ed?
I had the new Coke Ultimate. It's a kind of like it feels like it's a celebration kind of thing for Coca Cola. It just dropped like literally out of nowhere. I'm like, what is this? It tastes like bubble gum, and I remember Bubblicious having a soda back in the '80s, and it tastes a little bit like that, but in cola form. It's not bad. It's really good. And I know I'm getting crazy looks, but yeah, Bubblicious had a pop back in the '80s. It was kind of like limited edition and everything. And it wasn't bad or anything. It was just I think they were just trying something new, trying to get out, trying to move forward from the can, just being in the gum arena and everything. So I mean, it's a good flavor for the summer for Coca Cola. It's better than the move that they just released. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed this one. I like this ultimate and stuff. I also tried the dark chocolate raspberry of the vitamin water. It's sugar free, like it's zero sugar. Um,
I saw that, but I was too scared to put it in my body.
Yeah, that sounds like something. Mm.
I think some people like it. I just couldn't get a taste of neither the chocolate or the raspberry. And I think it's because it's zero sugar. It's not naturally sweet, so it really just tastes like bland water with questionable flavor. Like, I could because I know how dark chocolate tastes, and my tongue has been known to eat a lot of it. Do some of Hershey's special dark chocolate. Um, and normally with raspberry, you don't get such a bitter taste, but it makes you think of like a jam or something or a jelly.
Mm,
um,
mm-hmm.
with a berry flavor and kind of like the little uh seeds and stuff in it. I know that's strawberry, but it's like some raspberries sometimes have seeds in it. And so my mind was trying to search for this flavor, and it was like confused. I'm just like, yeah, I think the coconut lime is better, of the zero sugar one. But I did have a tropical punch vitamin water at work today because it was hot than ever, and I'm just like, I need to drink something. I did go to McDonald's for lunch, and the reason why I'm saying this is because they don't have a drive-through. This McDonald's that I went to, because I had to go to another place for work, and I went to go get my Sprite, and I'm just happy to have a Sprite, to cool me down and stuff. And I go and I sip on it, and it's sour. They didn't have none of the syrup to go in it. So it's just like, ugh. And I had to be like, I cannot drink this at all. I was literally disappointed
That sounds gross. Sour? Gross.
because it's the liquid to make the syrup taste like pop. It's
Mm,
like the seltzer water, and
right.
then cannot do seltzer water. But yeah,
Mm,
I that's kind of what I just been snacking on, and of course, the lifesaver gummies. I snacked on and had some sushi earlier this week. I came in the door and Mons was having um some green peppers and beef. Uh, and I was like, "Ooh, that looks so good." And then she had the fried rice. I'm like, "I need Chinese food," and all the Chinese food places are closed. I'm just like, so
mm.
that's what I've been snacking on. Um, yeah. I will have hopefully some new snacks since summer has started, and I will be on my search to find those snacks. The snack list of 2023. What will
Mm.
it be? Who knows? Where you can give me the ones, Curry?
I don't know. Just this drink that you keep describing is gross. Yuck.
You just want me to talk
Anyways,
about Monster.
no, that's not true.
What other drink outside of Monster and Red Bull do you take? Did you do your body intake
Water.
outside of water too?
I don't. I really don't.
So it's Monster, Red Bull, and water.
Or do you
Yeah.
drink milk?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
No juice.
Nope. I'm a
Hmm.
very simple person, Ed.
Well, everybody, it's time for playing with power. Daniel, what have you been playing with power?
So it's been kind of a busy week, so nothing too crazy. I did play um, Star Ocean, the original SNES
Ooh.
game, after the announcement of
Okay,
the.
question about that. I thought the PlayStation 1 version was the first Star Ocean.
No, it was the Super Famicom one was the first one, but it never got localized.
Yeah, so it was a translated version of that.
The PlayStation 1 version?
No, the
No,
Famicom version.
the Famicom one
No,
that I was.
right. No, when Star Ocean came on PlayStation 1, the
Yeah, that
first
was the
Star
second
Ocean
one.
game.
No, it was the second one. The first one never came out here.
Yeah,
That's very weird.
Well, I mean, Japanese games that didn't get localized, they would just slap another number on the on the game to make you think you didn't miss anything. Remember? I mean, Final Fantasy did that for years.
Right, but I thought when Star Ocean the first one came out, I thought that was literally the first game of that series
Uh-uh.
for America. I
It
mean,
was
or
for
just
it was for America, but not for the generalized gaming whatever.
so that one is
hmm
completely different than the PlayStation one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But they're now
I
both on Switch, right? First Departure and second something, right?
Yes, I
I forget.
believe so.
Departure R is on Switch, and then
Yeah,
Second Story is coming to Switch later on this year.
yeah.
Yep.
So
So
that
it had been on my list to play to check out anyway, and then with the direct announcement, obviously it kind of slid to the top of the list a little faster. But it was fun. The combat kind of surprised me because I thought it was more traditional, like Final Fantasy, four characters lined up, turn by turn by turn. But
it's more like
like Tales of Symphonia,
yeah,
or like Chrono
or
Trigger, where your characters are kind of all over the place, moving around, and
yeah.
it's
It kind of
almost,
reminds me of Valkyrie Profile a little bit too.
yeah, very. It almost borderline felt like I was just like simulating,
Yeah.
but so that part was kind of a downer. But once I got used to it, since I was thinking it was something different, I was fine with it. Like it would have been fun to have a little more control, but not a deal breaker. And then on behalf of you guys, I played uh Turtles in Time.
Yeah.
Turtles
Yes.
in Time. I learned that I absolutely freaking suck at Turtles in Time.
That's fine. We
Like
all
I
do it
don't know.
first.
I didn't know if it was a game that's like harder than your normal like arcade games, or if I just really suck at that style of game. But I must played for like 45 minutes, and like I barely cleared the first round, the first chapter, or whatever it's labeled as. And then I got to the second chapter and just couldn't, just kind of gave up. I was like, I can't decide if this game is hard or I suck. And I think maybe it's somewhere in the middle to give myself mild credit.
Yeah, I
But
Did you
mean,
did you play it on easy, or do you think I played it on easy?
I pray to God I wasn't playing it on easy. But I
Okay.
probably was. I don't play a lot of those like arcade 2D style games in
Okay.
general. As like someone who sticks pretty close to like RPGs and stuff, so I think I was like predisposed to not be good at it.
If you wasn't like throwing enemies out the screen or whipping them
I
or
I
anything.
did like being able to grab them and like throw them at the screen.
Yeah.
That I really liked.
yeah, it's fun.
And then
You can do it in the new one too.
yeah, that I'll have to check out. I was not a fan of the ninja that throws like the three stars at you at once. I think
Yeah,
that's ultimately what doomed me.
yeah. I
And
mean,
then
to be fair, this game. I mean, these games were designed to be arcade quarter munchers, so they're going to be hard for no reason. Uh,
Yeah.
but
well,
And I
yeah,
think it has online. I wonder if it has online play for it, because I would pop it
it
in and play
does.
with you.
They updated it to
Okay.
have it. Yeah.
Yeah. Me,
yeah,
me, and you, Daniel should play. I'll help you out.
I was about to say this hasn't made me feel better at all, but thank you.
Oh, it's fine.
I found that I did best with Leonardo and then
Okay.
Donatello, and then the other two were just crap fests. Like
Yeah, because all their
It
terrible.
yeah. It takes special skill to play with Michelangelo and Raphael.
yeah, I can't.
Donatello's
I
the best.
did not stand a chance. I did okay with Donatello, but I think Leonardo. I think I like caught fire as little fires, like
Hmm.
strike a
Oh,
match level of fire, and with Leonardo, and that's why I did like a little better with him and was able to get to the second part. But there's a second part where you're on a bridge, and like this like giant robot like comes up from the background and like shoots lasers from his eyes while the ninjas are coming from both sides, and there's
Hmm.
not really
mm,
anywhere to go. That really screwed me over multiple times.
okay. Yeah, we'll have to play, and I'll help you out.
Yeah. It'll be
You can
fun.
watch me die 68 times in a row.
Nah. I'll do my
Yeah.
best. If I see a pizza that will heal you, I'll let you have
But yeah, that's I since I finished Breath of the Wild, not all every little possible thing one can
it.
do, but
That's
I beat
fine.
Calamity Ganon, and
No, you need to find all the Koroks now.
No, you don't need to
I
do that.
I'm the proud finder of what I would describe as probably about 26 Koroks. So
Ooh.
not to brag, but it was definitely a heavy emphasis I put on the game when I was going through it to make sure I got a bunch of those. And then I couldn't find the guy without the guy who you kind of cash them in with, and I didn't
Yes.
really want to bother Googling where he is or how because I kind of stumbled on him last time, so I just did it without it. But
Well,
really awesome.
congratulations, you beat the game. So, are you
Yeah, I
starting
beat it.
tiers now?
No, I'm gonna do just to pace it out. If I have to wait 6 years for the next one, I figured I'd uh squeeze out a couple other things. I think my next thing is probably gonna be Metroid Prime Remastered.
Ooh, good one. Good choice.
Ooh,
It's my next Switch thing to play. I think.
Dread's
yes.
fun too. In case you.
hmm
Is this your first time doing Prime?
On Switch. So I had the original GameCube one
Okay.
twice actually.
Worth
I
it.
bought it, sold it, bought it again, played it again, sold it again. But I really like that they're putting the GameCube games on the Switch. So want
Yeah.
to
Pikmin.
support that as much as possible.
Yeah. We were just talking about that, how we needed how my theory is coming true about how the GameCube is the perfect generation to have remasters, because like they still look good enough. They just need a HD coat of paint. And I'm so happy. Makes me so
hmm
happy. I'm so
Yeah,
happy.
and like as they slowly cross off their titles to remaster, we get ever closer to the Fire Emblem ones. So
Yeah, I
You
wonder if they'll
have.
bundle. I wonder if they would bundle the GameCube and the Wii version together,
I hope so.
just because I think
Hmm.
that would be
Charge
the best. I think that would be
$60
the
or
best way to do those, because they're. I played them both, but I don't remember. Are they direct sequels? They're directly linked together, right? Those two.
yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like visually, they're very like there's not much of a difference between game one and game two as far as like visual quality goes.
Hmm.
Like a lot of it's not 100% the same, but it's close enough that you could pair them together and make a really nice little bundle thing and
Just
include
Yeah.
new Joy
tone down
Cons
the
or whatever.
difficulty. Just
Yeah,
tone down the difficulty.
yeah, tone down the Radiant Dawn difficulty, and you got something going. Although you get a character at a point in that game and you become invincible, so
It's true.
Uh,
it's one character. It's all
Get
you
good at
need the entire game. Doesn't
get
matter who
good.
else you have.
I got to play the GBA one that just dropped. So I got to
Yes,
update
that
my Switch one.
Mm.
Ooh, excuse me. Well,
I've played
Corey,
those.
oh,
Oh no, go ahead.
Corey, what have you been playing with Power?
Um, I mean, it's really just honestly been Zelda and Destiny. It's been. I just feel like I don't have any time to play games anymore, so I just try to like play where I can. It's So right now it's just still Zelda. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Zelda and Destiny right now. I mean, trying to get through Tears of the Kingdom, trying to get to our next book club game, which I think is Final Fantasy, but I don't know if I'm really going to participate in that book club yet. I don't like what I'm hearing about that game. So I mean, I know people love it, but it just sounds like the type of game that I don't want to play. I want to play like an action RPG, not a 40-hour Devil May Cry. So, but
Right.
that's kind of it for me. Although in Destiny they dropped a big story bomb this week, which was pretty important to the overall story. So that's pretty exciting.
It's like in two more months. It's their kind of like presentation, right?
Yeah, August 22nd is kind of like what the future of Destiny is going to be. The reveal of the final shape and like maybe what's after, because I don't know, man. Right now, this is it. So we're I my theory is that they're just gonna, after the final shape, they're gonna take a year off of Destiny, like not a year off of Destiny, but like not have a major expansion in 2025 because they're gonna be, Bungie's gonna be pushing Marathon by then,
Yeah.
and then 2026 will be whatever Destiny 3 is, what I'm assuming it's gonna be. So
Uh, well, for me, I finished the Dog Day, which
what
is the Dog Day.
what what is that?
Yeah,
It
what is that?
is it is an indie game from a French developer where you play this girl named Mimi who got a letter talking about the passing of her grandma. And she goes to the house because she can't she's trying to recollect her memories about her time with their grandmother. And so you play the adult version and uh the younger version where she's 11-year old, and you go on these adventures, um fighting, you know, the things that you did in that summer with your grandma and
Hmm.
everything. And it's like 7 chapters to it, and it does have an ending. It's this beautiful watercolor look to it. Um, that's like kind of haven't been done in games and for a while, but it
Hmm.
looks really beautiful. Great soundtrack. I'm going to be writing the review for it soon, and yeah, it's a really fun indie game. It just like released like last week, so yeah. Still playing more Tears of the Kingdom. I just gotta like finish the main quest and everything because I know people are finishing it up. I downloaded Harmony: The Fall of Revere, but I haven't started yet because I was playing the Dogne, which is actually, I'm probably saying it wrong because it is a real town in France. It
Yeah,
is a French town.
I feel like the G is silent for some reason. I feel like it's like
Um,
Dordogne or something. I don't know. I'm
yeah,
not. I mean, I am French, but I'm
I
not
think you just said it.
French.
Yeah, I think you just
So
said it right. Sorry. And then I started up One Piece Odyssey. Oh goodness, this game is just such a struggle.
why do you do
Not
this to
struggle.
yourself?
It's not a
You
struggle, and it's
you know you don't
challenging.
have to play every game ever made, right?
But this is a game that I bought a while back
But
and
you buy
everything, and
every
I'm
game a
playing this.
while back.
This one was on sale, so that's why I got it. Um, and I thought it was going to be like, I can understand it's a kind of traditional RPG, like in this gameplay fighting. But I didn't know that it was going to be cutscene after cutscene after cutscene every 10 seconds. Like, are you serious? Like, this game is dragging on. I'm like, this is a Naughty Dog game, but just with too many cutscenes, with double the cutscenes.
Do you
Like
like One Piece in
this,
general?
huh?
Do you
I
like
do.
One Piece in general? It's like
Yeah,
a franchise you like property.
yeah, I
Yeah.
do. Yeah, and but it's just too many stop and go cutscenes from it. I'm like, I want to be able to grind, and I want to, get through this game and everything because everything is done in chapters in a sense, and I want to have fun with it, and I want to laugh and enjoy it because there are parts that it is funny, but it's just like it's just too much cutscenes after just 10 steps of walking. And it's just like I don't need all of this. And for a lot of it, you can't skip. You literally have to sit there and watch it. So um, I'm playing that, but I took it out and I re-downloaded Ghost Recon Wildlands
Why?
because I just felt like I wanted to shoot something.
There's there's better games to shoot things in.
Yeah,
Like
I
that
know, but
Destiny, when you keep saying you're gonna play Destiny and then you don't play Destiny.
I know I need to take like half of my games off of my Series X so I can re-download Destiny and everything. Um,
Oh, Ed.
I know, because I do need to finish the last DLC or last expansion that came out. Um, so yeah, that's kind of what I've been playing. Um, then I did download some. I did buy some more games like the Tourist. It was like only $10. And then I bought another game. I picked up the Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection. It was only $10 on Switch. So
Nice.
I'm like, okay, cool. And then next week I'll pick up my Ghost Trick and go from
Ghost
there.
Trick.
Such a great game. Uh, 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 but everybody, that is what I've been playing with Power. Or that's what we've been playing with Power. We're gonna get into family news. But before we get into family news, Daniel, I want to ask you, what did you think of this Nintendo Direct, and were there any games that you was interested in?
So, as previously mentioned, the new Star Ocean stuck out as something cool. Um, Super Mario RPG was a kind of a happy surprise, and I wasn't like super big on the game, but I think it was just because it was like a dated sort of thing, and
Mm-hmm.
just that trailer just looks so good.
Yeah.
Like that was a nice facelift for that, because
It,
like the original, which I played not too long ago, was just pretty rough. Like for its time, it probably looked phenomenal, but
yeah.
um,
Well, I mean, it's the same effect that Donkey Kong Country has, right? Where like it looked phenomenal at the time, but those graphics just did not age well.
yeah, very blocky.
Yeah.
And I think that that game is just so responsible for a lot of the tone setting for future games and that world that it was really nice to see all the nice bumps of basically everything, and seeing Square work with Nintendo is always fun, even
Yeah.
if it's been weirdly lawyered up type stuff about its release and everything involved with it. It was nice to see that and wonder if they're playing a little better together now and what that could mean. Like could it mean anything? Who knows, maybe. But I know a lot of people love that game and a follow-up would be pretty sweet. And
Yeah, I
then
wonder. I wonder if that's what they're prepping for. Because I mean, we've. I mean, I know a lot of people try to say that Paper Mario and the Mario and Luigi games are like the follow-ups to that, and I'm like, well, are they though? I mean, I guess if you're just saying, oh, they're RPGs, but
it's like the spiritual successor rather than like the actual like heir apparent kind of thing.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But if they wanted to play together and give us another game, that'd be pretty cool. They obviously like Nintendo releases a whole bunch of Square Enix games, so like doesn't seem like they hate each other by any means. So if they did want to drop like a Super Mario RPG 2, I feel like there'd be a lot of excitement for that.
yeah, I feel like a lot of people would be. I think people would be all right with that. So
Yeah. Then Super Mario Wonder looks pretty cool. Not the biggest Mario fan in general, but that looks pretty fun with all the animals and different things.
yeah, the game looks
Um,
cool. I'm I'm not a big 3D Mario fan, but I do love a good 2D Mario. I think
like
I think that game's gonna be. I think that game's gonna be awesome. Except for now, everybody's gonna thirst over freaking Elephant Mario, and I'm not ready for that.
We were talking before we started recording about how there'll be like Zebra Mario fan art. There'll be fan art of like Mario as every animal
Yeah. Oh,
known to
Wolf
man.
Mario.
I don't need that right now.
Some people will be super, super into it.
I
But
know.
What if you put in your Wolf of Bebo from the Legend of Zelda
Don't
Twilight Princess?
don't Ed. Don't, because they already didn't do it for Tears of the Kingdom. So I don't
we'll
want
get
don't put that evil on me, Ed.
we'll get
But what
Zora
if they
Mario.
did?
Don't. Nope. Why do you got to do that to me, man?
You can scan your different amiibos and get different Mario costumes.
Exactly.
Man, I mean, I bet that's something they do though. I bet you get different costumes for. Oh no, I don't like this. We were gonna get him Elephant Mario amiibo though. You watch.
Oh, wow.
One thing that stuck out is kind of not what I was expecting was and I guess they didn't give us all the details, so maybe I should hold off on passing judgment, but the next wave of Mario Kart 8 DLC seemed kind of meh. Like the characters that they were showing off seemed like ones I wasn't that excited about. Did those one did that excite you guys at all?
Yeah, I
To
mean,
me, it was just interesting that they brought
yeah,
them.
yeah. I mean, I I really like Mario Kart 8. Uh, and new tracks is always nice, but I'm not like jumping up and down, right? I mean, I've been playing that game for 10 years at this point. I don't, I haven't even like played through all of the other courses that have come out, and I was really excited when they announced them. I think those first two waves really turned me off because most of them were Mario Kart Tour tracks, and I'm like, you're really gonna port the mobile game over to Mario Kart 8? Is that what you're really doing right now? Uh,
Yep.
but the last two waves have been actually really good, and I'm excited they're adding new courses and some new characters. So I wonder who the last character is going to be, because there's one more slot after this.
I was probably thinking too pie in the sky because I was thinking they might give like a Samus or a Ness, kind of like delving a little broader into the category and
Yeah,
not the piranha plant guy and the was it
Wiggler
one of the worm? Yeah,
and
one of the worms.
Kamek
Yeah,
from Mario
comment.
Kart Tour.
Yeah.
Well, the wizard guy.
So it seemed
Uh,
a little meh, but
yeah, I'm really sad they didn't go more in that direction, like a Nintendo Kart type thing.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Because we
because
got
you
Link
think
in Animal Crossing and Splatoon. Like, give us Samus. Where's Star Fox? Where's Captain Falcon? Like a
yeah, because there's Captain Falcon like tracks, so
yeah,
you'd think like he'd be like a natural
yeah.
add in.
Man, they're just
But
Everybody's
teasing
just
that
waiting
F Zero.
for.
They're teasing
Yeah,
that F
that's what I was
Zero,
about to
man.
say.
yeah,
I think F
but
Zero's
like
got to be a launch game though, like a
I
launch
can see
probably
that
window game.
happening.
Just because, like, I don't like. I wouldn't be surprised if a new F Zero was in the works, but I think it's going to be on the next Nintendo console, in my opinion.
it'd be like announcing it on the Switch now would feel really odd
Yeah,
because it seems like you need like other things to help hype that.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So like at this point, it just feel like a like random drop.
yeah,
So I don't think they'd have to wait.
yeah. That to me, that's got to be like a launch window game, similar to
Yeah.
like where like Arms launched, probably. Like, okay, a lot of like Nintendo enthusiasts are out there trying to get the console. Let's give them a franchise they love at launch, and then we'll see if it has legs.
Hmm.
So, if you want to be a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/bossrushmedia, and find out which tier is right for you. Our Patreon producers at the $5 tier or higher for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, and Rebecca Jewell. Thank you for your continued support. So they're going to launch that next to the sequel to Mario Odyssey. It's my new prediction. I'm very good at predicting things on the show, apparently. Even if it takes like 5 years to come to fruition.
Right.
Like
But
Sora
look,
and
the
Smash.
Can't believe that
One
actually happened.
I know.
one game that I heard about this week that I don't think it was part of the direct, unless I missed it, was Fate Samurai Remnant, which is coming to like everything, but it's coming to Switch in September, and it's a action RPG, and the trailer for that looked pretty cool. I don't know
Hmm.
if that was on either of your guys' radar.
No, I just seen the story a day after the Nintendo Direct on Nintendo Live, so I think it just got announced like a little
Right.
bit late. Yeah.
But it looks really cool, and the mechanics looked cool, and samurai stories. I'm a sucker for samurai type stories, so that's one I'm pretty excited about too. But those are probably the big things I was excited about from the direct.
Okay.
Nice. I
What
really want.
what what did you,
I can't wait for Mario Wonder. That game's gonna be awesome.
Oh, Batten Kaitos getting a release date was exciting, but I don't think that was specifically a part of the direct. I think that dropped like the week before the direct.
Yeah, which was weird that
like
that wasn't in the direct. I was so weird that that was not in the direct.
Yeah, I feel like they're not necessarily setting it up for a win.
Yeah,
yeah, I
it's because it's
wonder
bad.
if
Shane Kelly, I see you listening to this episode.
I want to love it so bad because it's one of the GameCube games I missed when it was originally released.
Yeah,
So like I want to love it more than I feel like maybe they're gearing me up for without much marketing,
yeah.
which
That's
usually
yeah,
is a scary
but
sign.
this I think this is Bandai Namco. They're doing supposed to be doing the marketing, and I think they're the ones that's publishing it. I think it was just a
Mhm.
Nintendo exclusive.
Do they have some sort of like presentation this month?
But people are concerned because they're just like, if you treat this port like the Tales of Symphonia remaster or that game, they're gonna be upset.
Yeah, that Tales of
I didn't hate
Symphonia
that.
remaster was pretty disappointing. But it was based on the PS3 version. So like everything was just broken.
Yeah, that's why I tried to figure out like what happened with the GameCube like data. Like why can't y'all bring that one?
Yeah, I
When
don't
I
know.
was playing it, I didn't find myself like it didn't seem terrible. Like it didn't seem bad at all. But maybe it's because I didn't have any expectation and am generally as someone who plays a lot of retro games, a lot of things that release on Switch look amazing and play amazing. So maybe it's that my expectations are super low and from like literally decades different than modern stuff. So maybe that was the factor. And the gameplay did suck, but it didn't phase me
Mm,
because I'm used to gameplay being kind of janky and not the best graphics and everything.
Yeah. I'm kind of excited for Luigi's Mansion also.
yeah,
Hmm.
I am too for Dark Moon.
Was that the second game?
That was a
Yeah,
3DS game.
that's the
The
second
second
game.
game. I loved the first game on GameCube. I did
Yeah,
enjoy that a lot.
the first game is incredible.
Yeah.
And we think that it's gonna come to Switch next year, along with
Well,
Yep.
Dark Moon.
yeah, I wonder if
That'd
it'll
be
get
great.
a some sort of bundle. I wonder if they'll do both of them.
I think I didn't pursue the other ones because I kind of felt like the novelty of it might not be be captured again for me
Hmm.
in other titles. But it sounds like that might not be the case because it sounds like the other games are pretty highly regarded.
Yeah,
But what actually was weird for this direct that I know they did Persona 5 Tactica, but they didn't do the Persona 3 remake. I'm like, oh,
I don't think it's
it's
coming to
weird.
Switch.
Not yet.
The three remake, I don't think it's coming to Switch.
Yeah.
Feel
So
like it will at some point.
yeah, I mean,
They
they're
all
probably
will.
gonna have to do some magic wizardry to port it, but
Hmm.
I don't know. We'll see. I guess.
Unless unless Atlas got something else in plan for Nintendo, that'd be interesting.
Let me pull it up quick. But did you guys happen to see the story about Hogwarts Legacy? Like it not being like the full game that's coming to Switch? Like they changed it a little bit or something?
No,
No, I didn't see that at all.
Maybe I'm making it up. Hang on 1 second. Talk about something else while I see if I can find it.
In fact, when is that game supposed to even drop?
Who knows? Who cares at
Let
this
me see if
point?
I'll.
I already played it.
Yeah, because like Hogwarts Legacy, not Dead Rising. Um, yeah, there's
Dead
just some
Rising.
games for. Um, yeah, I was thinking about the other zombie game that got an also Switch that didn't come out. That's on Xbox that people forgot. Even I forgot.
What, Dead Island?
Not Dead Island.
Dead
Uh,
Two Rights? Man, that game was cool on Xbox. The original Xbox.
for Dead's Rights.
Yeah, so they delayed it to November
Yeah, I knew
because
that.
Yeah,
they're not getting it on. They're not having much luck adapting it over.
I mean,
But
that's not
gonna get
really that surprising. That game is huge. Like, world
you.
is so big.
They're gonna cancel it.
See, I don't think so. I don't think they're going to cancel it. I think enough people want that game on Switch that like they're just gonna power through and hope that nobody notices that it's bad.
that so I can't find the article I was originally reading about it, but I read that they were trying to like adapt it down or like change things about it to make it fit better. But I
Yeah, I
can't
mean
find,
that wouldn't surprise me really.
but it makes sense because it looks like they were going to try to bring the Marvel Midnight Suns game, but to Switch, but that wasn't able to be supported either. So
Right.
Yeah, they
I
cancel
remember
that.
that.
I think it like the Switch community wasn't even caring about that game because there was just like no news about it. So it was just like,
mhm.
oh, you really didn't tell us or market this game, so you canceling. We're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean I guess so. I was kind of actually looking forward to playing that on Switch specifically,
Hmm.
but you know.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
find it.
it is what it is. Um, was there any game that left you like, wait, what is this? Like, like even though you wasn't interested or you gonna buy it, it just left you confused. Like, huh?
Uh, Not really. It kind of seemed like a pretty safe direct. The Persona 5 Tactica seemed a little like odd to me,
Hmm.
but like the chibi, like the little chibi stuff,
Hmm.
seemed a
Yeah,
little strange given like the subject matter of that game.
they did that art style before in 3DS called Persona Q.
Did they?
So
Okay.
yeah,
They were actually using Persona Q character models to test the game before they
Oh, and
finalized um
the look.
the
the yeah.
the Detective Pikachu thing seemed kind of cool as well.
Yeah, Detective
Yeah.
Pikachu, man.
Seems like it could be solid. I haven't played the first one, so I'd want to check that out first. But that trailer
Okay.
seemed interesting.
All right.
Yeah, I think Detective Pikachu is going to do all right for them.
Yeah. Well, you guys, let's get into some film news. Do you have anything else, Daniel, or that's it?
Oh, Dragon Quest Monsters seems really cool, but we won't won't spend a lot of time talking about that one. But it sounds really cool, and the trailer actually looked pretty great.
Yeah. Uh, did you ever play the Dragon Quest game on DS that was with you played as it's kind of like I want to say a tower defense strategy kind of game, and you played as the like that blue enemy that series is known for, and I
The slime,
cannot think of it.
The
The
slime?
slime, yeah,
Gootrude.
Is that
yes,
its name?
Yeah, that's like the primary one is Gootrude.
Hmm.
Very pun heavy. I have not played that. Is it fun? Is it worth
yeah,
checking
it
out?
is, yeah.
Because I played the original Dragon
Uh,
Quest Monster for Game Boy as part of my little 1 hour gaming thing.
it was Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime.
Huh. I know they love their slime.
Yeah, you could look it up and see like a playthrough. Yeah, I ended up being it on DS. Um, that's a game that I wonder that will come to Switch. I've been waiting for like a remake or a port of that game because it really is fun.
It looks fun. It looks a lot like Balloon Tower Defense with like the monkeys and stuff. If you guys
Okay.
ever played that,
I thought the Batman games were pretty. That was a strange port. This I don't know
yeah,
if
that
this
seems
makes sense right
interesting.
now. To be honest, this late.
The Arkham trilogy.
Yeah. Jeez. So that was my one big kind of like, what's this doing here?
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that did seem really random. I'd actually forgotten about that one entirely. It was like, okay, great, more the merrier.
Yes. Well, we're gonna get into this family news, and we're gonna actually start out with a kind of big story that E3 2024 and 25 has supposedly been canceled.
great.
But the ESA haven't
Sorry, I
made no
thought we were celebrating.
final no, they haven't made no final decision of it yet. Um, they have come up and made a statement mentioning no final decision about next year's event has been made yet. It's reportedly having conversations about 2024 and beyond at this stage. Um,
That's
so
that that's rough, man. I mean, look, I don't really care about E3 anymore. I think there's enough going on all the time now that we can just like be okay with it not happening, but I don't know. I know a lot of people still really look forward to that, and it's like, man, that's tough. That's tough because I know people really look forward to that. But I mean,
yeah,
if some the thing now, I think the thing people miss now actually is that it's just called E3 instead of like 85 separate things, right? Like Summer of Gaming or Summer Game Fest or you know Xbox Summer Showcase, right? Like the
mhm,
thing about E3 is you could always just say, "Oh, it's E3 time," and that was like,
yeah,
okay. And I get like Jeff Keighley's trying to do the same thing, but not everything is part of Summer Game Fest, so you can't really call it Summer Game Fest. And then IGN does Summer of Gaming, which is like, mm, okay, well, mm, you should just partner with Keighley and do like, he hosts it, and then you guys do your little side things, right? But
Hmm.
I don't think anybody really misses E3 because we're all still doing the same things we were doing when E3 was around, like watching all the showcases on TV or
mhm.
on YouTube or whatever, right? So,
But I think E3 was just like more organized in a sense, and a lot of these shows are just everywhere, and most people didn't really get to check them because they were showing a lot of these presentations while people was at work and everything. So you
well,
know,
but E3
go
was,
ahead.
I mean, E3's presentations were Monday and Tuesday when most people work. I mean, it was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday were the showcases.
Yeah,
Most people work
but
on
it
Mondays and
was
Tuesdays.
well, yeah, but it just felt like there was I think people have like enough time to be like, okay, I could take these 3 days off, spend their vacation time because they knew when things were happening. You know,
Well,
if you got Capcom happening on Monday, but like at 7 o'clock, and then you got the wholesome game on like Saturday, like
yeah, but those
at
are all announced in advance too, so you can't really use that excuse either. These were, I mean, the Xbox showcase was announced in like March.
yeah.
So, you know, and Jeff Keighley announced all his schedule in like May, early May, late April.
Well, I thought he was going to announce all everything for it, and it just didn't feel like it. Kind of felt like, oh, this thing got announced, and then it got connected to Summer Game Fest, so it kind of felt just like weird and everything.
Well, I
And
mean,
like he didn't even.
the thing is like not everything's going to fall under Keighley's thing either because the reason why the ESA and E3 are done is because these companies don't feel like spending millions of dollars to be a part of it when they can just produce a video for a fraction of the cost and put it out online, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, maybe it doesn't get like 50 million views like E3 does or whatever it is. I mean, it's probably more like 5 to 10, but I mean, if you get The Xbox Showcase has like 6.9 million views on the Xbox channel alone. So like, did they really miss out by not spending millions of dollars with the ESA? No. And with how popular that show was and how well it did, like,
Mhm.
I think I I mean I think that proved why E3 is an archaic idea.
But I think E3, and I don't know if they had to pay for two separate things to do like a press conference and
They did.
booth
They
and
do.
everything.
The booths cost millions of dollars.
Yeah.
The size of booths that they want, right? I mean,
Yeah.
even if you had like a small booth, like a small indie studio that maybe scrounged up enough money to go to E3, it was still like high five figures, mid five figures to be there. You know, what indie studio has, $40,000 or $50,000 to set up a booth for a week? At the LA
Mm.
Convention Center, plus plus travel, plus hotel rooms, which I'm sure are not cheap at that time, right? And
Oh yeah.
transportation, and feeding their crew, and it's not happening, man.
It's just so
You'll be
much
in the
nicer to get
production.
it released like spaced out than
Yeah.
when it's all at once. It's really hard to see everything, and it feels as they as it breaks it down, you get to kind of have a good few days thinking about like Bandai Namco, a few good days thinking about Microsoft, a few good
Hmm.
days thinking about Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like less stuff is getting missed,
Yeah.
and then everyone's backlogs just gets infinitely longer
Yep.
because we actually hear about these things now rather than just like the top like 20 things rising to the top and all the indie stuff getting smushed.
Yeah. And as somebody who works for a company who puts on events, and nothing near the size of E3, granted, but like
Hmm.
tangentially seeing how much this stuff costs on a granular scale, on a small scale for us, like, man, just man, I don't want to think about how much, like, Microsoft, for example, right? I don't. That's probably like a 30 or $40 million investment for them, and they own the theater that they present in. So it's not like, and that's the other thing that they don't have to pay for, is like the theater space, because they have the
Hmm.
the Microsoft theater. So
Yeah. I think I was just thinking of like them having the booth space and everything. I didn't think of the presentations and stuff costing them and stuff. Um, and everything.
yeah,
That was it. That's all I was thinking
yeah,
of. But yeah. We're gonna move on then. Till for those who are planning to get the Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 1 on Switch, it is
mhm.
gonna require some download. Um,
Shocker.
yes. Nintendo Life reports that they said we got some unfortunate news if you were hoping the whole experience would be included on the physical version of Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 1 for Nintendo Switch. According to Konami's official website, the hard copy, um sorry about that everybody. Um the hard copy is gonna goodness, oh, there we go. Um sorry about
Ed's lost everybody. Ed got lost.
The hard copy version of the game on this particular system will require some additional downloads. This includes 24.1 gigabyte and 30 gigabyte. Uh, Goodness, Nintendo Life keeps crashing on my computer. So
30 gigabytes?
yeah, it seems that they're going to be different games that is going to need require a different download. So not everything is going to be on the physical disc. I mean physical cartridge. Um, but what do you guys think about that? Like we are getting the physical, but it's gonna require some downloads.
I mean, go ahead, Daniel.
I was just like, did people think that wouldn't be the case to some degree? Like, I feel
Probably.
like most times you put a cartridge in the Switch at this point, there's something to download, be it probably not in the neighborhood of 30 gigabytes worth of a download, but Like I feel like I put a Switch cartridge in, and I basically just assume that that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't have really phased me if I read that. I'd be like, oh, okay, business as usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people are going to just end up buying it digitally anyway. That I mean, that would
Most
just
likely.
like literally make sense.
I mean, this is the big thing is like, man, I think once they confirm if the next Nintendo console is backwards compatible or not, a lot of people are going to have
Hmm.
a lot of easier time buying digital copies for Nintendo stuff. But like, this is why I don't buy physical copies on Xbox or PlayStation anymore. It's just like you have to download the whole game anyway. I mean, look at Call of Duty and Star Wars Jedi Survivor and like, Redfall. If you bought those on disc, like the only thing on the disc is like the the license, and you still have to download the whole game. So it's like, what's the point? I mean, unless
Yeah,
you like really love seeing that box on your shelf, but at that point, like I almost wish they would offer boxes with codes at that point for people who want their shelves to look cool with boxes, you know.
right. Uh, so it says, according to Konami's official website, the hard copy version of the game will require a 24.1 gigabyte and plus 30 gigabyte for the bonus videos, with just 2.4 gigabyte front loaded onto the game card. So it gave a breakdown um, of everything for it, and it's just like, man, for a lot of this content and a lot of the games, uh, you're going to be getting like 1 gigabyte to almost 12 gigabytes. Like Snake Eater, a Master Collection version is like 12.2 gigabytes of it
Hmm.
to download. So I think it's like, unless the box art looks really cool or something like that, I would rather just, if I'm going to get it for Switch, I'd rather just download it, uh, get the download, and then just have everything installed with that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, the only games I get physically on Nintendo consoles at this point are like the Nintendo games that I really want. So
Same. If I think like it might have resale value someday, I'm probably probably buy the cartridge. But other than that, digital is just so much more convenient for me.
yeah, and the thing that kind of turned me around on Nintendo stuff too, that's not published by Nintendo, was when I got Wolfenstein Youngblood to play on Switch, and it was just a code in the box, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do with the box now? Like it just
A lot of the Lego games are just you get the box and the code is inside on a
Mhm.
little like cardboard piece of paper.
Yeah,
So it is seemingly drifting that way. So if you do want the cover, you can get it without the cartridge, but still, like you were talking about. So I'd be
yeah,
down for that because it
yeah,
is kind of fun to display the games and let everyone know
mhm.
I like the Lego games and I have Breath of the Wild.
yeah.
um, well, the final story is also Batman Arkham Trilogy for Switch is going to only include one game, and then you have to download the other two. So, uh,
Shocker.
Arkham Arkham City and Arkham Knight is the ones that you would have to download. But Arkham Asylum will be on the cartridge.
Yeah. Well, that's the one you want on the cartridge. It's the best one. So actually, the best one's not included, in my opinion, but that's fine. Uh, Arkham Origins, everybody. Game's awesome. Played it on Wii U. It's a great time.
And everybody, that's going to be it for Femi News. Did you have any opinion about that, Daniel?
Not a big Batman fan, s- which is strange because I'm a big comics person, but I feel like
I would say
it looks like Batman.
Arkham Asylum is worth playing even if you're not a
Yeah.
Batman fan.
Yeah.
It's like a 3D Metroid game. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's super
Okay,
cool.
not too bad.
Uh,
I think it's just Batman's everywhere. There's like 6,000 Batman movies in production. There's
mhm.
6,000 games.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
would. I mean, so Arkham City and Arkham Knight are huge open world games, right? So it's like, well,
yeah,
whatever. You've played a
Mhm.
million of those, but like Arkham Asylum is like it's a straight up Metroid, a 3D Metroid game, and you have to unlock gadgets to go through places and backtrack, and there's secrets, and uh, it's really Arkham Asylum is awesome. So if they sell those
Yeah.
separately, I might check out Arkham Asylum on the Switch. But it looks like they're just selling it as the whole trilogy right now, which I don't really care for the other two. So
Yeah. I think I would if I had to buy these games on Switch, I definitely would just get Asylum and City. I did enjoy City. Um, I don't know, Arkham Knight just seems like I have it for PlayStation. And no, I have it for Xbox. I'm sorry. And I think me and you tried to play it, Corey, for Pod and Play. Um, and it was just like, okay,
yeah, it was fine.
sure.
It's. I mean, you can only do so much, right? I mean, there's 4 of those games that are awfully similar. Well, 3 of them that are similar, but the combat's the same in all of them, and the gadgets are the same in all of them, and the it's just like I've done this 3 times already. I don't care. The Batmobile, cool.
Yeah.
aren't they kind of graphics heavy? Do you think that'll be okay going to Switch?
Yeah, I
Or-
mean
Um,
the first 2 are Xbox 360 games, so I don't really see
yeah, and
they're
PlayStation
running
3.
they're running on updated versions of Unreal Engine 3. So I mean they should be the first 2 at least should be fine on Switch. I don't know about Night. Night was pretty Night didn't run great on PS4 or Xbox One, so I don't know how it's going to run on Nintendo Switch, but the other 2 should be fine.
Didn't it not? Didn't wasn't it like? Didn't they have to stop selling it on PC because for Arkham Knight
Yeah,
the PC
because
version was
yeah,
terrible?
because it was broken. The PC version literally was super broken, and they released it, and everybody was mad. Shocker. Uh,
But that's gonna be it, everybody, for Nintendo Pow Block. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Daniel.
mm.
When we come back next time, we'll have more Nintendo news. We'll have a Game Fact events to get to you guys,
Ed,
and
you missed
who
the most important news that dropped today during the Sonic birthday bash thing.
which is what?
You can play as Lego Sonic in Sonic Superstars.
It's huge.
Come on. Just
Don't you
kidding.
get like a Lego Eggman as like a pre-order
Yeah.
bonus or something
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
It's like the height of gimmick tree.
Yeah.
Like,
Gross.
yeah, I'm a Lego person and I don't even want that. So I should tell you all you need to know.
Oh, that's gross.
Well, with that, everybody, have a great week, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time on Nintendo Pow Block. Bye, everybody. Woo-hoo!
Goodbye.
Nintendo Pow Block is a product of Boss Rush Media, LLC, and is recorded from our headquarters in Akron, Ohio. The show is hosted by me, Edward Varnell. My co-hosts are Corey Derrick and Cordy Yikes. You can find Corey at I am Corey in HD on Twitter and Instagram, as well as hosting the Boss Rush Podcast and Tower Casuals, the Destiny Podcast. You can find Cordy at Cordy_Yikes on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. You can find me at That Richard Cole on Twitter and Instagram. Follow Nintendo Pow Block on all social media platforms at Pow Block Podcast. You can also follow Boss Rush Media and Boss Rush Network on all major social media platforms. Join the Boss Rush Network Discord and Facebook groups to interact with other friends and fans. Visit bossrush.net for more great content and patreon.com/bossrushmedia to learn how you can support this show. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.